On this video, I hope to give you a really good idea of what to do instead of just plowing into what you like to do. Get a bigger idea of the opportunities that are out there that will pay you something and how to do them and see what a path is. So, I'm going to be sharing with you some information that normally I share with my clients. So, let's dive right into it. This morning I was just wondering what what was the difference between when I switched into a tech career when I was 35 and when some of my clients switched into a tech career at 2020 in 2020. And then now, 5 years later, we've got a lot going on. So I thought, well, I'm going to do what I do for my clients, and that is I'm going to do some research and just type in a quick query as to the highest paying tech and IT jobs for 2025 and the most need. And this is one site that I came up with. Now, I came up with this not using AI. I am sure that AI would give me the same response if I just did a quick prompt, and you could do that too. So I encourage you to do that. Use AI to do research. It's pretty simple. It's not always correct, depending on your model. So here we are. I did not go to Cincinnati. This is not a sponsorship at all. And if I say anything wrong, it's not the University of Cincinnati's fault. But here are some careers you've probably heard of. And of course, they have a link here. And remember, this organization, the university, probably gives degrees in these fields. And so there is a vested interest in them to get you to use it. So they're just giving some information. So all of these are pretty cool. Software development, database admin. And then here are some of the top employers right down here. Let's see if I can make this work, or I just won't. All right. I won't be doing this little spotlight thing. Okay, so here are some of the employers, and here are some of the highest paid tech and IT jobs. And this is where I wanted to go for you, and I will look up the next tab here in a second. So after looking up, searching for, giving the query to Google, what are the highest paid, most need tech and IT jobs in 2025? That specifically. Then I came up with this page, and here we are. And I'm looking down here, and I don't see anything related to AI. Okay, it's very interesting. This data here is a little bit outdated because there's nothing in AI. So let's keep looking. And I am, data scientists, obviously, all of these are using AI in some way or other. So as I kept looking down, I thought I'm going to look up trends. So I see these trends here, and this is where I landed. This is where I want to get you to on this quick video is artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. And this makes a lot of sense to me. Let me tell you about when I got into a tech career. So when I got into a tech career, it isn't important to tell you what I get into, even though I get into web development. That was a big deal back then. But my trajectory really took off when I locked into a trend that was happening at the time. And around the time, a little bit after I switched into a tech career, Apple and Steve Jobs announced that they were going to open up development. So the layer of development so that developers could come in and use Apple's IDE and all of their SDKs and all of that to mean developers could create on Apple's platform. And Apple had this ability for Mac and basically Mac enthusiasts to come in and create websites that became apps. And then shortly after that, they had their own language. It was Objective C at the time. Now it's Swift and Swift UI. Because of that, I was able to really get into that and get a higher income, be in demand because having iPhone and iPad apps was hot. That was the new thing. And that's today is reminding me of that. Today in 2025, not even 2024, but in 2025, I am reminded of a new, hot, extremely profitable, lucrative, in demand niche. And that is dealing with AI in specific ways that you could get into. Now, if you are working with large language models and you're a machine learning engineer, you're already in. Machine learning engineers are already in. And that's another thing. I don't see that in here. Well, there it is. There's one. All right. So you can see, yeah. So this is, this is not like a principal engineer, but this is machine learning. And if you're watching this right now, by the way, and you're saying these salaries are off and I don't have a degree and I need a degree, you don't need a degree. Okay. You don't need a degree. This is the average. Okay. I do have a degree. It's in music. And so I do have a degree, but it is in music. And I can tell you that I have been turned down because I don't have a PhD in computer science before. But I still have my position. I still have my job. I'm still in need, at least today in 2025. And serving people doesn't go away. So let's get back to this. All right. So then, once I noted that this was a trend where there's a brand new opportunity for people to dive in and get a tech job that's in demand, lucrative, and the sky is the limit. So then I looked up this type of position here, AI and cybersecurity tied together. So I would pay no attention to all of this. You can get this through AI. I then looked up what is AI security. All right, so here we are on another website. This is from IBM. And here it looks like Annie and Matthew are describing AI security. And I read this a little bit. I'm going to go through it with you really quickly. I don't want to bore you, but I want to get you interested. AI security is the process of using AI to enhance an organization's security posture. If you've ever taken cybersecurity courses or you're in that, you've considered it or you've heard of that, that's great. But a posture is just where do you stand in readiness to defend against and to code for security, defend against breaches. What's going to happen when you get attacked? Are you ready for that? And then also, are you building in such a way that you can't get attacked? So there's two offensive and defensive postures that you can take. Now, let me describe what's going on in AI right now before I go on down this page. And I can't get this video very long, but I want to be very helpful as well. And let me just make sure that my face isn't covering up. I'm looking at, okay. Okay, this is my new, I cannot see live where my face and body are covering up the screen. But we're doing good so far, it looks like. All right, so let me tell you what's going on. Quick question for you. Have you heard of companies, whether in tech or not, using AI to create features, fix bugs, create plans? If you haven't, that's happening a lot. All right. So if you haven't, you're probably not super in tune yet with what's going on. You could do a little better job at that. But if you have heard of it, next question. Can you imagine the potential for people to paste sensitive data into AI, large language models? And then can you imagine those LLMs like ChatGPT taking that data, storing it somewhere, even accidentally? Can you imagine how bad that would be for a company? So that's what's happening right now. And that is different than what this page is saying. But what I just described deserves, it deserves every company to have policies on how to use AI in a safe way, in a measured and metered way, where policies are put in place that allow people to use AI, but only in certain ways. So that is one layer of this where you're trying to keep your IP, intellectual protocol, safe. This page here in AI security is a little bit different than that. AI security is the process of using AI to enhance the security posture of an organization. And so this is in high demand because it is going to be very hard to keep up with AI without also using AI. Okay. It is going to be hard to keep up against cyber attacks using which use AI. It's hard to keep up with that unless you are also automating some things using AI. I don't know if that makes sense, but cybersecurity is always on the brink of being outdated. So I am throwing you this little loop. I'm going to highlight this up here so you can go there. You can screenshot that now if you want. I don't know if I'm going to put it down in the description, but I wanted to open your eyes to this, that this is I predict it's going to be a hot job for people to get into who have been using AI and who have been aware and trying to get into some sort of tech position right now. So let me look at another tab. I then took the liberty of going in and looking up artificial intelligence cybersecurity positions. And let me just say there are a lot of things going on here. Here's a special agent position, risk management and threat analysis expertise. I do not know anything. I don't even know what's going to show up here. Here we go. Here we go. Advanced math expertise software AI training. There are some spam jobs on here, but there are some good ones that are legit. They're probably all legitimate. All I'm saying is like this. There are a ton of this. And if you're looking for a quick gig, maybe data annotation is a good place to go and look. But they have a lot. Look for that logo all over. There's another one. You're training AI. How does that feel? You're not the first. They need millions of lines of code. Billions? Probably to make these large language models. All right. So there is your video. I wanted to give you a real hands-on, because I'm in the tech world using AI daily for this and that right now. I'm in a position where I can't really use it a lot. I'm in a company that is taking on AI, as all companies are right now. So how do you use that if you're not in the tech field yet? Get used to using AI. Get creative with it. Try to build something. I'm counting on my fingers, but they're not showing up. Oh yeah, they're the opposite hand. I'm reversed. And so build something and then also think, how can I bring value to companies? And this is one way. Look into this type of position. If you're taking cybersecurity courses, there's a good chance that you're already seeing this in them if the courses are on top of things. How to use AI in cybersecurity. All right. So if you're in cybersecurity and you're watching this and you're like, this guy's far behind, would you just comment and kind of give some hints to that here on this video? And if you liked my approach, you can hit like. Otherwise, don't. But if you're not in cybersecurity already, or you're not taking cybersecurity courses, would you just give a like if you felt like this was helpful to you, gave you some ideas? That way I can know it really was helpful and I can do more like it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you did, so you can get notified, and hitting the bell if you like. And thank you for liking this video. If you really liked it, you're still here at the end. Good job. Either it was helpful or you have nothing else to do. And I hope maybe it's both. Maybe you're looking for ideas and I got you one. Have a great rest of your day.